In this video, I'm going to show you how Alibaba has traded over the last 2 days. Now, this is a 2-minute chart. So each one of these candles represents 2 minutes. Now, this is the open on November 7th, which was yesterday. And Alibaba gapped up. It opened right there. It went straight down for a little bit and then closed right there in that first 2 minutes of trading. And I'm not trading it this early. I'm just watching to see if a trend is developing or some sort of indication what it's going to do next. And in the next 2 minutes, 4 minutes of trading, it barely goes higher. But really, that's not a higher high. That's so close. Support and resistance are not exact price points. They're more like general areas that are fairly close to each other. I think of it like a chain link fence that it bends, but it's pretty much the same location. So it doesn't really break to new highs, but then it does break down here to new lows by about 40 cents. Okay, then it snaps back up. And right about here, that's when I'm going to look to trade it. When I see it doesn't break to new highs, but it fails at previous resistance, well, that's your sign. That's your sign it's not likely to be going up. So right about here or in here somewhere, that's where I'm looking to enter a short position. And so that's about 189.50 is where I'd be getting in. And then you see 1, 2, 3, 4 sharp candles in a row. On this big candle right here, that's a pretty big bounce. So I would be out, I think, right about in here somewhere. So that's about 188.50. So that's about a 75 cent to $1 move. And I would have caught maybe half to 3/4 of it if you played it right. So that's perfect. That's exactly what you're trying to do. And that's just the open until about 10:15 a.m. Now, what you could have done is when you see it fail, go right there, fail, fail, you might enter another short position right about there, and you see it bounce. You might have made just a little bit or pretty close to a scratch trade. So on the short term, we're getting higher highs and higher lows. And about here, when we're starting to break down again, I might consider doing another short position. Definitely by there, I would have done a short position and probably covered it right about there and made another 30, 40 cents. So that's how you judge these support and resistance and trend based on short-term higher highs and higher lows. Okay, that's how you do it. Now let me go ahead and move on to what happened today. Let me clear that first. Okay, whoop, a little too far. Here we go. So we're still on a 2-minute candle, but this is just what's happened so far today. It's currently about 10:30 a.m., so the market's only been open for an hour and a half. So let's see what's happened. So here's the close yesterday. It's just kind of doing whatever it does. And then here's the open right there. So it gapped down a little bit, about 50 cents. And it's bouncing up and down and up and down. And I'm still watching it. And I missed that move. There was a sharp down move. I'm still not clear if it's going to downtrend. It looks like it might because we're barely getting lower highs and lower lows right there. If you can see that. But I'm not convinced it's selling short, and I was watching it this morning and I missed it. So, okay, so I'm see this big down move, and I'm watching it, and it doesn't look like it's going down any further. So I entered it right about here, and that price is about 186.30 or 40, right around in there. Now, it went up, and then it went back down below to a little bit below 186. Now that didn't get me stopped out, luckily. Came really close. But actually, it might not have even been there. It might have been right there that I entered. I'll have to go back and look. But anyway, I did get in. And so far, the trades worked out really well. And let's see, I did get out. And where did I get out? Somewhere over here. I think right about there I got out. So I probably made 20, 30 cents. Not a huge move, but it's still a profit. And that's what we're trying to capture. Steady profits where we're right most of the time based on these moves. Again, this is momentum trading. This is the one kind of trading that I do, but it also incorporates knowledge of how gaps move. So this is a great way to trade the open and to watch for the first 10 or 15 minutes at least until you see what's going on. Now, once you get more experienced, you can trade sooner than 15 minutes, but most of the time I don't anyway. So I'd recommend as a new trader not to trade until at least 15 minutes after the open. All right, so right now we're seeing that we're still showing long-term downtrend. So you got the open here, you got the low, you've got a bounce to about an equal high, and we're starting to head down again. So I'm going to go look at it and probably enter another short position. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. Hope that helps, and I'll introduce some other strategies in future videos.